knowing that I was bound to get a snowy winter, I got an Ambition snow skate for Christmas. Specifically, my partner got it for me as a gift, and it's a lot harder to use than I thought it would be. I technically have used a snow skate before, but I really was just playing with it the day that I used it and trying a few type of carpet board style tricks, and it was a lot of fun. So I knew that I wasn't going to hate having a snow skate, but now that I'm trying it again, the experience is definitely a little bit different. And I do think that was 2 Christmases ago that I came up and skated that. So I've obviously gotten a lot better at skateboarding. So going from being pretty decent where I'm at to the snow skate and kind of feeling like Bambi on ice all over again has been interesting. First thing I did was I tried to pat down a section to skate over the grass, but the snow was just way too deep, and so I ended up with a lot of bumps that made it pretty much impossible to slide the snow skate through. Luckily, the driveway ended up being a great option. It had already been plowed, so the snow wasn't too deep, and it was nice and packy, so I was able to flatten it out and kind of start to get a little bit of snow skating in yesterday, but it was like really tough. I had a really hard time even doing a shove it, which I do feel like snow skates, or my assumption on snow skates was that they would be like a large, slidable, heavy carpet board. And I don't think I've proved that wrong or right yet, but that's my theory. That's how I think it's going to feel and behave. But it was definitely harder than a carpet board for sure, for me at least. I can only speak for myself and let the footage speak for itself, but I definitely struggled. All the little things are tough, like throwing the board down in a straight line. I am trying to wear skate shoes today, so see if that helps. They're definitely grippier than the boots I had on yesterday, but yesterday was a lot more about playing in the snow than it was about snow skating in general. So I wasn't too concerned about how high performance my boots were going to be when the snow was above my ankles. There actually wasn't a ton of information that I could find about snow skating, like common tricks to learn as beginners, or what shoes to skate with them with, or any diverse information on the topic. So I'm kind of just going into it blind. I did find at least one video that had some tips for beginners that I tried to take into account, but you know, tips are tips, and it's always tough to do them, like throwing the board down straight so it doesn't wobble, but I'm going to do it 1,000 times because that's just how learning something goes. So today I think I'm just going to try to do as many beginner skate or carpet board tricks as I can and see what happens. Definitely fun, kind of hard to warm up. It's not like I can really comfortably do footwork on this board, so it's like riding a skateboard with the tiniest wheels in the world that get caught on everything. I feel like this would be a lot easier on a slightly downward slant. Okay, running starts definitely way easier as long as you throw it down straight, but whew. Yeah, okay, shove it, check. That's pretty good. I have done a no comply on a carpet board. Might be tough on this because of how slippery it is. So I can definitely tell that if I try to move my shoulders afterwards, I definitely mess up the path of the board. So let's try to keep my shoulders open. Oh shit. Oh, that gives me a little bit of hope. That was not bad. I think I need to find a new spot though, because I'm like seeing rocks. Okay, I think I'm getting better at choosing and making paths now. Nice to know that you can still basically hit a pebble. Ollies yesterday were miserable. There's terrible, so I can already tell today that there's some grip with these real skate shoes. Once again, it's keying me into some stuff I do when I skate. So to wind up for that frontside shove it, I can tell that I'm turning my shoulders, which is why the board is tilting. This actually might be the perfect place to work on switch throwdown practice. Right? Yeah, you have to throw down perfect. Yeah, I think this will be great switch throwdown practice. One of the things that I was hoping to get out of snow skating is that I was hoping in some way, shape, or form that a lot of these snow skate skills could help me in my regular skating and just help me kind of keep my skills tuned up, or at least my muscles tuned up, keep me in the habit of going outside. I want the snow skate to be one of the tools in my toolbox for staying tuned up this winter. I need to figure out how to get that pop while I'm riding. Oof. I can still get toe chops on these, I see. Toe drag. Leaning way too far forward. This was actually a ton of fun. I hesitated to come out today because I struggled so much yesterday, but I'm glad I gave it another go right away. That's actually a ton of fun. It definitely gives carpet boarding feels at like a basic level, although I'd say it's a lot harder because it's heavier, bigger for me. I think it's like 33 inches by 8.5 or something around there, 32 by 8.5. So it's a big board, it's heavy, it's thick. I did get the studded grip. That was the one thing that seemed to be like a big deal, that if you're gonna go out and spend this kind of money on a snow skate, that you should get the studded grip to really give you that extra control. And I'm kind of having high hopes for it now. I am really curious to see if practicing anything on here will translate to my actual skateboard later. That is what I think I'm the most interested in at this point. But I stand by what I said. It is definitely a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.